Alright, hello, welcome. So today we'll be playing some more Season 3. We're gonna be playing a map by AugustusBoy. The map is called Hawaii Islands, but it's supposed to be Balearic Islands, which is in Mediterranean. Let's read the instructions on the map. So it's a fairly recent map, and the instructions are: Governor, you have done a great job in Bureaucrat protecting our trade route. You shall enjoy your next assignment. There are some lovely islands in Balearic Sea. Natives call them Hawaii Islands. Roman presence on those islands is very vital for sea trade. You will establish a small city there, spreading across these small islands. There is already a strong presence of Roman fleet in these waters, so I don't expect you to meet with any enemies. However, it's earthquake-prone area, so be mindful of that. Space might be a little bit tight, but I'm sure we'll do great. So criteria are 80 culture, 90 peace, 90 peace, 90 prosperity, 95 favor, and 5,500 people. You can already cringe into culture. Devastating. Strikes again, okay. So let's take a look at the map. We start with very little money. From what I can tell, there is no military, so you can have walls and palisades, but that's the only military thing you can build. We have small temples, we have all the health. We do have all this. Theater, tavern, amphitheater, and that's it. Which means we have to build a grand temple to Venus. Because with this, it's impossible to reach the required desirability to get required entertainment to reach patricians, I think. So that's gonna be something. Right. Other than that, there is supposedly an earthquake on the map somewhere. I don't know where. It already looks tight, so let's hope it's not somewhere in the middle of this area, for example. It would be really bad. Let's take a look at the Empire. So we are in Mediolanum here. There is Capua, who buys wheat, oil, marble, and furniture. We can make clay, iron, and timber. And then there is Brundisium, which buys pottery. So I'd like to start with Brundisium rather than this. Yeah, but it's more expensive. I guess it's gonna need to happen. So the first thing we need to do is figure out how to build our first proper area for housing. So that's gonna be here. We're gonna have to use this for fishing. I think that we don't have a dock. No, we don't. There is no sea trade route, so no reason to have one. Therefore, we can just build low bridges, because there is no reason to have any other bridge, really. Now, how do we want to build these? How we build them is gonna impact how our industry here is gonna look like. A little bit, but it's nothing too major. You can just have it like that. Go through this forest. We'll have to connect up to this place, but preferably keep some spaces for wharfs. Which this is gonna mess up this wharf, but I guess we cannot have them have this everywhere. What about this spot? So that would be one wharf, second wharf, and a third wharf, right? So this isn't the intended spot for a bridge without impacting any wharf space. Right, now probably gonna have to go into that. There is no way to really avoid that, I don't think. But we'll need to keep some space from these coastal areas, just because we need wharfs to be built here. So the block itself needs to be designed with that in mind. clear this timber out. We don't need it and it's blocking our path, so let's just remove it. Over here it can be a little bit closer like that. Might as well want it like that instead. Now we don't really want this to be too big, for obvious reasons. Like this would be okay. It's not gonna be very efficient in terms of space, but I think this is probably the best we can do with the stuff that's here. It's annoying to have these odd little spaces. So let's keep that. And then we'll also keep some extra housing on the side here. It's a reservoir spot. I think that's enough for now. Let's let people move in. Let's take a look at our salary. Looks like salary is 5 denarii. Let's drop it to 2. Engineer. This is a northern map, so no need for prefects, apart from public order reasons, which might become a thing later. For now it does not concern us. Let's get a barber. We also need some small temples, so let's get some small temples. Let people move in. Do we have access to plaza? No, as nobody gives us plaza anymore. Yukin doesn't give me plaza, and AugustusBoy, no plaza as well. I kinda like it, since plaza is the cheapest, most cheesiest way to do desirability, always go-to thing. But at the same time, when you add space limitations, it's kinda rough to fit everything you want, but we all want to do the Venus Temple anyways, so that's gonna offset it eventually. I don't like this dead space in the middle, it's really bad. Might actually have been just a rust. No need to take that, it's fine. Okay, so we have some employment. I'm gonna do some pottery now. And we'll use these islands for industry, as well as this mainland area. I'll cut into this. So this is an entry point, this is an exit point. We want our warehouse for exports nearby the exit point, preferably. So let's build it right here. It's gonna accept pottery. Still need to extract some clay. This one will block it off, so let's get 2. And the third one. Can be like that. Set up a road connection. Let's get an engineer on the end there. It's gonna provide us with some jobs. Caesar is gonna give us some bailout money. We also need to start making some furniture soon, but probably not just yet. Okay, where is the furthest area from any fishing spot? I think that it would be alright to build a shipyard somewhere over here. If this does not block access, we should have it here. Is it inaccessible? Right, yeah. Cannot have it. That's what I thought. So shipyard is gonna go elsewhere. Could just have it here. It's not a huge deal. Start to get some wharfs. At least we know we don't have to worry about military on this map. So it's a small blessing. Gonna have to switch to native overlay. I know that there are some natives on this map, so we might use them. Let's get a granada like this. It's gonna be utterly hideous. Now this one is blocked in. Okay. Cannot have that like what I wanted. It's not a huge deal, but still sucks. Right, so we'll have it like this instead. Just bring the road along. I have to roadblock this. Let's get an engineer. Let's get a reservoir. People living near the reservoir are gonna not have a good time. Let's try to add some housing to this, but keep an entrance point through here. Might need to give them a bathhouse, otherwise they will start dying off. It's gonna accept fish. We have some pottery, so we can open up the trade route to Brundisium. They would also buy weapons. Well, it's gonna be tough to get any iron here. We might have to do it from there. Oh yeah, export the pottery. Now we need to recover the debt and then we can work from there, I think. We should be positive in terms of income if we just keep selling it. But I could maybe see adding another clay pit. So we did need to sink our library into something. Let's add this house just to be sure. Didn't forget. Have to give them water and then we can start feeding them. It's gonna be super useful, but not an immediate thing. Just keep selling the pottery. Okay, we recovered the debt. So let's build up at least some money. Actually not there. It's unfortunate that this block is so large. It's too big for its own good. Let's make another one. And then this one can actually go here. Which means I could support a couple of extra houses on the side. Let's do this. Actually, this one, we can actually make another fountain. That's not gonna be a big deal for us. Let's get a couple of Lararii. No need to water these guys as well. Can do it from there. Keep that. So now we are making some money. We'll need to start making some furniture as well, I think. But it's not an immediate thing. No, it actually is. We do have a bunch of labor we need to get rid of. Let's get a timber yard there. Let's get another one. It's gonna be 4 workshops. I need another one on top of that, so let's get those. Now we are gonna struggle to keep the workshops around here. This will work. It's not pretty by a stretch, but it's gonna work. And we can use the same warehouse. And Capia would buy that, so let's open it up. Sell furniture. Just let it happen. Now, any imports are gonna be super annoying to set up, just because of how that small little place works. But caravans are short enough so that we can maybe use this island. Okay, blessing from Neptune. We do have some money now, so let's take a look. We've got these guys, so let's set up a new fountain to reach them all. Let's get a couple of markets going. We don't have plaza, as I mentioned, but we do have access to statues, which they can fit fairly nicely in here. He wants 10 timber. Can't really get him that easily, but we can work towards that in a minute. Set up a theater and a school. Can do a tax man. Start taxing people, pay them more in wages. The food situation isn't the greatest, so we might have to just get more wharfs on that side. That would be okay. We'll be swimming in labor. I also need to think about Caesar and give him his timber. So where do we want to do that? I think that we should develop this area and get a warehouse on this island for accepting any of the imports. And then get some timber from here. A lot of immigrants. It's going to accept timber. There's an earthquake. Where is it? It's here. Okay, that's not too terrible. It depends on how large it is as well. I really don't want it to cut into this place, which it might. It stopped from furniture. Yeah, it's cutting into it. It stopped, I think. Not terrible. Could have been worse. I'll need to go for Insula as soon as possible, I think. Something we might want to do now is to just make sure we have this shipyard elsewhere. It's no longer... oh, yeah, just cannot have it there because it's gonna cut off my city from existence. Let's remove this timber yard then. It's not necessary, we can do it one. Let's connect that up. Remove this. Let's get a warehouse. It's gonna be getting Potter. 16 units, don't trade it. Be getting an amphitheater. Gladiator school, actress colony. I don't know why we have a line house when we don't have an arena. It's gonna be difficult because arena is pretty crucial on Augustus. This granary is just a thorn in my side. If it could be moved somewhere and give me 3x3 spaces, this the fact that it cannot be here is just massive. But I cannot have it another way, I don't think. I mean, it could be here. So the only issue is gonna be this thing. It's gonna be like that then. Engineer. Have to roadblock this thing off, which this should be still okay if the engineer passes through the granary, that is. Or this corner, yeah, this corner will cover him. So now the guy should be constantly fishing for us. Can't see what you said, Fairby. Because I had the prediction on that. Good job on the green screen, looks pretty good. Thanks for helping out with that. Hey Super G's, welcome. I'm gonna have to figure out where to fit in this granary. Could do a school. Chrome key is working. Clearly, yes. But only because I actually got a green screen. Otherwise it would not work. No, we cannot have that there. I'd have to scrap one of the temples. And that's something I don't really want to do. So actually cannot be fished anyways. It's still blocked off. Oh, okay. I think I can see a solution. It's gonna be, everything's gonna be so tight on this map. Only 2? That's not very good. It's something, I guess. Let's have it. It's hardly worth the effort. Gonna accept fish as well. At least if we could use this, that would be worth it. Which means I'm gonna do that. It's very far away from the fishing source, which means that it's gonna be okay to just have it like this. Roadblock. Money is not gonna be an issue as it seems, which is good. Now people will complain about desirability constantly. There is very little we can do about that specifically. Apart from just copious amounts of statues. So let's do that. This reservoir area is hideous, so let's add a couple of statues to this back area. A couple of Larari. I think the temples are gonna be something that's gonna bite us pretty soon. I'll have to figure out where to build a dump. How do we reach this island here? Might want ship's bridge just for the fishing ships. Do you have to destroy a wharf to get here? You have to destroy a market to get here. We could actually have a market on the other side though. It's not gonna be very good as markets go, but also it might spawn on the horrible spot. I still didn't pick up the fix. I'm just stuck in my own ways, old ways. Let's get a ship's bridge. I'll see the market. Yeah, she spawns on the correct side, I think. No, she does not. Right? No, that's just her coming there. So yeah, the exports are drying up a bit, but we did manage to get some money built up. It's not terrible. It's also not great when you begin a map and immediately the trade stops for various things. That's why I like to save edit my maps, just so that I can make the changes before people play them, so they can actually, oh yeah, I need to do this quota. Well, here I just overbuilt like crazy, because you have no idea when the trade stops. And it happens immediately. If it happens throughout the map, there's some pacing of events and it can be impactful and reasonable. But in here it feels just like, yeah, I didn't want these trade routes to have this much, but I couldn't be bothered to save edit it. So it's on me to fix myself up, which it's fine, it's just annoying. This upper area could be used for monuments and small temples, because you cannot really get much stuff in here anyways. So it's just, I'm gonna build double the amount. Oh no. Yeah, the walkers are not gonna have a good time with this layout, that's for sure. They hate squiggles. So that is that. Just build the temples. Now the insulator access should bring us plenty. Let's take a look at the housing advisor. We can fit 2,500 people on this alone, but we'll need to make them better insulate. So I think we'll also start fetching some furniture. I'll have to figure out how to squeeze in things. So it's first thing I'm gonna remove is Mercury Temple, so that we can fit a library. And we'll start to make some olives, I think. But how? It's gonna be really bad to fit things in here. We could downscale production around here, because we won't need as much stuff. What we'll need is just maybe a clay pit here and then some workshops, if we can fit them. Which is unlikely, no. It's just an awful place to build in. Maybe we could produce pottery here. Produce some furniture as well, maybe. Just to downscale the other area. There are some wharf spots here which wouldn't be terribly inefficient. We could set up a getting granary to feed these people. Wait, it's something to think about, I guess. Let's get 2 clay pits. Three clay pits actually. I'm gonna just get the goods to the other side from here so we can downscale production on the other side. That's actually a better idea. I'm gonna scrap this 3, it's alright. Let's have it like this. Connection. Roadblock that. The corner might bug me a little bit. It's alright. Let's get a couple of Ferrari. And this warehouse is gonna accept, so you'll basically flip them around. This one is gonna get up to 16. Ferrari spam. It would be good on this map. Have some issues. I think the school... I removed the school and... oh yeah, the school is spawning here. Well, let's just get rid of that. It's gonna be fine. You'll deal with it. They'll want higher entertainment though, and it's gonna be really tough to get it to them. Tavern. I guess just medium insulae are fine here. Set up a new granary. He wants 15 clay now. Okay, let's just first figure this out. So I'll add a clay pit. This is gonna accept 16 and 16 clay. Figure out wharfs. Let's get a granary. I really don't want it to connect to the other block. Let's do it like this. It's gonna accept fish, while the other places will get it. This is also gonna accept. Hey, LC2, welcome. Long time no see. First time I see stream with you. Look younger than I thought. Or is it the Sheldon Cooper effect? Not sure what it is. But I'm 29, so might be just the looks. It's downscale production. And there have been plenty of streams, just you probably didn't have as much time as I did. It's downscale furniture as well, I guess. I'm not sure about that one. It's not efficient layout by any stretch. It's gonna work. People are complaining about unemployment. Do we want it's a pretty efficient spot for some more wharfs, but I think we are going too crazy on the food anyways at this point. Might want to think about some monuments. Let's try to get that and get a clay pit here. We'll create a connection but roadblock it off. It's gonna go away. I'm gonna get 2 of these so that we can get some furniture production going in here, which means that I can downscale these 2, and then we can cut this road. Just make it like that. So you'll need to place a new warehouse. You like the camp? That's good. Some do, some don't. I'm always interested in opinions on it. No, the other way around. Accepting. Accepting. And this is gonna get it. Yes, we can keep selling it. Emigration. Right. What we need to do now is take a look here. Ship's bridge something over here. Don't really need to stress about where too much. Open up the native territory. Let's get a mission post. Preferably do it from a distance, but it's gonna be rough to get it as perfect as I would like. So it's 3-4 squares, so this should pacify him, hopefully. Let's get around this way and there. So this should pacify these guys. Gives us a little bit of labor. Could munch down even more pottery, but I don't think that's really necessary. What we need is to start making some oil. And can we make wine? Let's take a look at the trade routes. Olives. We could buy olives from Capia and vines from Capia, but they only sell one. It's probably... Is it bugged out? That's not very good. Let's start with the oil. So where do we want our warehouse to be? I think right here. It's gonna accept olives, 16. And then it's gonna accept oil, 16. Be building a couple of workshops for oil. I'm worried if I build this, but let's build it and see what happens. Seems like it's fine. Let's get this to work. Now, this hideous road layout needs to be fixed, I think. Connect it up. Like this. Or like that. And we'll be importing olives. Okay, now the natives should be fine, right? Needs one more tile here. It's alright. You'll need to check on which side he spawns. I think he spawns from this tile right here. Well, I can't prove it until he does some trading. She's coming back. Send him the furniture. Okay, yeah, there. So the best warehouse position is gonna be something like this. And then we want to sell him things. So what do we want to sell him? I think pottery. Just because I kinda cut down all the trees. We could use these. But that's... Oh, this native is pacified as well. The only thing we need to do is just do not touch this road layout with the native meeting hut, the mission post, and it should be fine. Let's get like 2. Probably want right about 3 timber yards and then 6 workshops. Make this work. I'm just gonna cut this forest. I run into the issue I mentioned with not touching this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just gonna cover them all. keep a space for 2x2. Oh, let's just remove this tree. And that's gonna help. There's gonna be a road coming this way, and I'm gonna connect to that. And we'll block it off so that... oh yeah, the mission post guy cannot spawn anywhere in here. Oh, yes, there. But not there. This should work. This is gonna accept furniture. So we are making some oil now. Let's make sure this Carter is put to good use. Let's get 8. We can just be satisfied with 8 pottery here, that's fine. It's gonna bring oil. They will want the tavern though, which means they will want meat as well as extra entertainment and wine. It's gonna be rough to get that. Well, where is the fertile land? It's here. Might have to grind some money first. So let's check the native trade. It's gonna still accumulate. It seems like we just don't have enough yet. Is he gonna go for freaking pottery rather than my furniture? No, he's gonna buy this. But he wants to come here. Fall things. Maybe it's because this warehouse needs, yeah, that tile. And if he doesn't buy enough, he's gonna come elsewhere. So we should make sure he can buy enough. So we have large insulae. We'll need to give them their second type of food, which is gonna be pigs, I think. No, you can farm pigs, which means that's okay. Well, we don't want to farm fish. That would happen. I think you fish pigs and you farm fish when you have both of those enabled. So let's not bother. Because both of it is a meat type. So it doesn't really matter. Something like this. Our money is not looking great, but we'll need to start farming wheat. Problem with wheat is they will absolutely steal it, they will go for it. So meat is gonna be left in the granaries, while I want them to consume meat as a priority. Hey Letterington, I just learned something new about Vampire Survivor. What did you learn? When the round ends and the Grim Reaper comes, if he can't kill you fast enough, they send more. I found this out a fun way. I don't even remember that. I'm not sure if I ever reached that point. I would guess I did, but I just don't have no memory of that. It's supposed to like instantly kill you, yeah. Makes sense. It's a Grim freaking Reaper, right? There's very little space for an efficient granary in here, we just have to make it somewhere. And that somewhere is here. But I had a build going that made me invulnerable for a few seconds at a time, so he couldn't kill me. Yeah, there is some artifact like that you can pick up. Makes you invulnerable. I usually just like to stack projectile bonuses. I think it was my favorite. Another grumpy map for Marak. Well, it's not nice. You can bet on that. It's not militarily interesting though. There is no military. There is an earthquake though, and it's fairly tight in terms of space. You also don't really have any sort of entertainment long term. You just have theater, tavern, and amphitheater. So no arena, no coliseum, no hippodrome, nothing like that. Also no local marble. And can we even buy marble from people? I might have to check this because that trade route is just too bloated. Marble? No. Of course not. So, if we don't have monuments... I think this map might be impossible. No, it's not classic. You don't have it locally. And you cannot even excavate it. And you cannot buy it. Even for outrageous prices. Which means that it's impossible. With this entertainment and 90 prosperity. I'll do my best, but you can bet these people will want more. Okay, so we have grain, right? Oh yeah, it just needs to make sure it's actually connected to civilization, I guess. Or... of course, this doesn't work. Well, let's just go into that. Build some massive bridges. You can just do something... No, it's just awkward how this works. I should have just ripped off the band-aid and built it here. You know, that would have at least worked. Unlike this thing, which doesn't. Let's just get rid of this. We could just make another farm instead of this granary and have the granary nearby the bridge, because that's gonna be crucial. To have it there for logistical reasons. Just have it like this. This is so awful. This last one is really bad, but it's alright. Just connect it. This thing goes away. This thing goes away. Build a farm. Yes. Engineer is there. Let's accept wheat. Okay, we recovered that. Oh yeah, note. I need to enable caravans here now, otherwise the natives are not gonna buy this, I don't think. That's awkward. Okay. Now we need to provide second food type, which means, do we even have spaces for granaries in here? Not really, I don't think. I could just remove these statues and build something smaller for them. Let's start with goddess statues. And a couple of Lararii. This is gonna hold up not too well. They want more. This one wouldn't be too great anyways. This one will suffer for desirability though. Can have 3. This must be enough. Otherwise we are in trouble. Let's get a Lararium. And we can replace these two with Lararii. They're actually better for desirability than statues, I think. Get wheat. Get wheat. Get wheat. See what happens. Okay, we just had it right there. Start getting some more. granary is actually in a pretty awful spot. Might have to just place it differently. Yeah, like that. Like a reasonable people would place a granary. No, I'm building this horrible stuff a lot of the time. Let's make another engineer. We'll be cutting... Actually, let's build it there. We'll be cutting that part off. Now we have money, so at least that's good. Now what about the wheat? It's getting to people. They will want entertainment now and desirability. Oh, it's gonna be tough. We are already sort of at our limit. How do we make wine? Gonna have to just import it, I guess. But how? I'm gonna have to set this up to only accept 8 units of olives and accept 8 wine. Gonna have to import some wine. And we will have to also get the wine in here instead of getting or accepting 16. Have to get 8. And then we'll also have to build them a tavern, and I fucked something up, pottery. It's because they just spent some time getting wheat, I guess. Tavern. Instead of temple to whoever, Mars. And we'll see how high we can get it. There's no way to get marble, so this is all the entertainment we can get. I don't remember the cap for prosperity for Grand Insulae, but it's probably not 90. So I have very strong feeling that this map is impossible. Why are we struggling so much? There is pottery in this warehouse, just get it. Now they buy more furniture again. It's not like it really matters. Matters is this pottery. No. Why would we get things? It's just... Now they got it. Okay, Grand Insulae. So tavern with wine and fish can actually get you to Grand Insulae. Good. But now desirability is gonna be an issue. I did leave plenty of space in the middle. It's just never enough without the plaza, I guess. Let's build that, let's build that. No, 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 villas. But we can get patricians with tavern as well. We are having a massive labor shortage, but that's gonna solve itself pretty soon, I hope. Why are people still mad? It's because one of them is living in a tent or something, yeah. Some people are. It's gonna solve itself with this. Can only fit so many people in here. We need some evolutions. Stabilize that. Should happen. Wheat is fine. Yeah, I know, people are mad. Who cares? Just give them more money. That's why they are mad. Rome has paid a little more wages. I disabled wine, right? Yes. So why are you patricians again? I don't have 3 markets. It's probably some residual wine. He wants weapons. I really don't want to make weapons. But I will if I have to. But favor seems fine. I don't really need that, let's just give him a gift. This block is a mess. I hate it. Why is it such a huge issue to get freaking pottery? Why? It's because of the labor shortage, maybe. We really only need one god. So I'm gonna just go and give them another market, which I'm gonna disable from getting vine. And we'll have to place down a temple to Ceres here. Will it help now? Can't get with that huge lack of workers, no. It's fine, it was the markets. Just fuffing about. No, it's fine. You had labor surplus before it happened. You know? It's this small space without no plaza. It's causing all the issues. I cannot really do much about that. I would be willing to experiment with this thing. Just shifting that a bit. Could actually make this into a mediums. Yes, I had to disable it because I forgot and then it killed me, and now it did it again and I have disabled it. No one is getting wine. No one ever gets wine and still it happens. So it's a bug. Let's save the game. So I can provide it to Augustus team. It's probably gonna be just momentarily, but it still sucks. Also, I've removed a fountain. Let's give them their own fountain somewhere. This Lararium, guess. Reserve of wine after illegal distribution. I thought it would go away at this point because it happened already with the evolutions. But I guess it just persisted for a bit. Let's get some more. Let's get a tile. That's gonna be fine. They need to run out of it. Yeah, so I guess some of them did hold on to some of it for some reason. Oh, this is really bad. I need to somehow shift this production. I did make 2 more, so let's try to remove some of this industry. So it needs to happen. Okay. Now this is a problem. It's gonna be pretty hard to solve. I can just shift this statue a bit. This is watering how many people? It's watering everyone, basically. It needs to be there. That sucks. Okay. Let's just get it there. Devolve. It's like evolve. Evolve means go up, devolve means go down. Some Lararii. Desirability is going to be a constant issue with this. Could we somehow solve it? It's unlikely. What's this? It's a statue. We could do a Lararium instead. Might help. Yeah, a bit. Don't get to current insulate again, they'll keep it consuming it. Yeah, that's how you can stock up some goods in houses. I just didn't realize that because this was so fucked up. Just These requests are just not reasonable. I don't want to fulfill any of them. I need to solve this block. I need to make it stable. Yeah. It's good. You explained it. I do know that. Now, can move on in life. Guess you have to build there. I don't have any space to build any desirability at all. Trying to figure out if we could... is this a fountain? Yes. I need them all to be... What's the prosperity cap on Grand Insulae? It's one thing I need to actually find it. Prosperity cap. Insulae. Grand Insulae are capped at 80. So you need those, plus you need a bunch of patricians. Right. Well, it's gonna be really difficult to evolve some of these houses. That's just, I don't feel like I can do it. So maybe we just offset it with a bunch of patricians. What's the housing capacity right now? 2,700. We need another pleb block and then patricians. Patricians would be fine to have here. It needs to be fairly small. And then plebs probably... We could do a line block for labor. I really don't like line blocks though. This could be better for patricians maybe. We don't need a huge amount of them. But we'll need quite a bit to offset some of these, which I cannot evolve at all. Unless I'm just missing place. This wouldn't buff them, I don't think. Even this guy is complaining. Send this. Let's just... I think I'll just have the fish deposited further away. It's gonna have to happen. That did help a bit, but not as much as I need. We could also just get rid of one of these wheat granaries, I think. We don't really need as many. But it would be great to connect these guys up through there. And then have the engineer this other side. 2 granaries seem to be enough for wheat. Now this lararium is just cut off, so let's solve it. So this will help, right? Yeah. It is decreasing logistics though, which is not good. Anything else? Probably not. So these guys are gonna be unevolvable, basically. Most likely. New block time, I guess. Should we... Yeah, just cut this first. I don't really need timber for anything. Make sure we can get some meat there. I also want to get a bunch of wheat. Okay, so this is cleared. Set up a block. It's gonna be... There is some fishing ground here. I don't think I can make it a regular sort of block. It might be a line block instead. And also desirability, so yeah. At least we can do something. Like this. pretty hideous, but yeah. So how long can we make it reasonably? I feel like we could stretch it a little more. Don't have it like that. As I mentioned, line blocks are horrible. You usually don't want to make them if you can help it, but we cannot help it because the space is very tight. But I feel like that has been a very strong team in the recent maps. So nothing new, I'm sure. Watering them is gonna be something we need to be mindful of as well. Didn't really consider that much. I think I'll do that. And then another reservoir there. Should be fine. So this should be enough housing to cover our pleb needs, and then patricians most likely gonna have to be added. Get that. So the camera is just cut off. I need to move a bit. It's here? No, that's moving the wrong direction. There. Doctor, clinic, or yeah, barber. Clinic needs to be shifted a bit. Gonna do some fishing. Just dwarfs. Can get some of the food. Don't really need to make all of it here. Is this gonna block the access? Yes. We'll need to roadblock this, which means these things need to be shifted, I guess. Because there is no way I'm making them elsewhere. I don't want the regular walkers to go here at all, if I can help it. Let's accept some fish. Did we remove our only shipyard? No, we still have it. It's accessible, right? Yeah. Okay, still this place isn't great. I would prefer to have some markets here, which means I might have to ship these guys a bit. Which is alright. Barber. Let's get another engineer here. Get a Templar too, so it's gonna be let's get Ceres, let's get Mars, the markets, warehouse. I'll need a couple. So let's just set them up. It's gonna get 8 pottery, 8 furniture, 8 oil, 8 wine. Theater, school. Library. Amphitheater. Actor school and gladiator school. Bathhouse. Just let people move in here if they want to, which they don't seem to want. Why is that? Are you still pissed? Annoyed? Oh yeah, Rome is paying more money again. Let's just increase that. There's very little we can do about that. Now they are happy. Let's leave that space open. I don't think I can get desirability otherwise. This might be tough as well. Okay, now people are unemployed again, so they don't really want to move in here. It's fine. Start to make some pottery. And we'll make it over here. So we can. To the corner, yeah. I'm gonna have to build him here instead. Send him the money. This will be enough. I'll remove that one. Oh yeah, I need to set this to accept pottery as well. Not clay, pottery. 16 and 16. Be making another clay pit and more workshops over here. That one is offset a little bit. Don't want their gods, but we will be able to get them their gods soon. Let's make a Mercury temple here. To get a granary that's going to get some wheat. I want another engineer just to make sure everything's stable. Should try and make one here. Let's make some statues on the high ground. Gonna help. These people don't have a school or a library. It's way too long as a loop. If we cut off this part, it might actually help with the coverage a bit, or we could just shift these guys closer. That wouldn't hurt. And we could make Okay, this thing can be anywhere basically, that doesn't really matter. What matters is we'll set up a roadblock right here that's not gonna allow... it's gonna allow everyone apart from education workers. And this one's not gonna allow everyone apart from bathhouse lady. Oh, actually it's health workers. But yeah, that should still work out, right? No, this guy needs to be moved here. No, it's fine. Barber actually as well. Okay. Yeah. So theater can go there. Amphitheater can be moved as well. Shorten that route. And this is gonna help. Markets are gonna have a little tough time to get all they need for now. That's gonna be solved eventually. There's a house here, I think. Do we really need that though? It's a housing advisor say, we don't really need a house there. More people are gonna be just trouble. Gods are unhappy again. There is no way to make any monuments. So it's just spam small temples. Neptune's curse would be the worst. Of course, usually when I get cursed, it's Neptune. So... should be fine. What is your problem? Education still. Well, I can't really get them to have it. I'll have to remove one of them. Gotta get an engineer. And we'll place a library here. This will work. So now they want the second food type, which is getting here, but slowly, so let's make sure it's faster. We'll be roadblocking that offshoot though. What about the stocks? Stocks are fine. These guys want desirability already. Let's get them some goddess statues. And I'm gonna do some large ones on top of this cliff. Desirability? Yes. Carpet down small statues. Could have mediums. He wants just obscene amounts of pottery. I don't know how we're gonna get that. We are kinda running low, so let's get a clay pit. Let's get a couple more workshops for pottery around here. It's not gonna be pretty, that's for sure. But this place actually is covered by services, so let's just add that. I really don't want to give him the pottery though. But money is fine, sort of. What's not fine is these tents. They are a problem. Access to a barber. There is very little I can do about that. This convoluted block is just a pain. walkers just cannot be asked to walk the length properly. This is why loops are great, because the walkers will realize they need to return to the building eventually and they will take the rest of the loop as a path, while here they just turn around and go back. So the coverage is very limited. Is there something I can do? I don't really think we will need this engineer. It's risky, but I'm gonna be willing to take that risk. And then we'll be adding an engineer, an extra engineer, and make this so that engineers can pass. Clinic or a hospital? Oh no. Okay, gonna have to add services here and add allow healthcare workers as well. It's really bad. Send him the money. Favor is not a problem. Now, markets. I could try another market in here. Maybe that's gonna help. Wheat is still getting gobbled up though. So yeah, we'll need a tavern as well. And the tavern needs to go somewhere. I could try to have it here, but it's very far for the warehouse and the fish. So instead, I guess one of the houses just has to go. There is no way for me to really solve that issue without many additional problems. Oh yeah, huge unemployment. We have some money, so let's start making our patrician block over here. How is it gonna look like? Okay, it's gonna be pretty hideous, I can tell you that. It's gonna be 2x2 a patrician block. It doesn't have any desirability though, so it's gonna have to be something like this. It feels like we are building way too many of these hideous patrician blocks lately. Just these maps always have such cruel restrictions. Like something like this. I hope that this is gonna offset all the suboptimal housing we have in the city. Now I'll have to build up some things for them. Barber. Need to fit a couple of temples for them. Let's get them a granary and another granary. Over here, this should be fine. Yeah, people need jobs, otherwise they will absolutely tear down the city. So let's just make sure. Keep building the patricians, they will provide some jobs. Let's get wheat, let's get fish. Let's get a theater, let's get a school. Let's get a tavern. Let's get some warehouses. Also amphitheater. Academy. Hospital. Bathhouse. Which goes hand in hand with reservoir. It's gonna be covering everyone. Let's start plopping down the patricians themselves. Warehouses. Could have actually done it better. Let's get 3 warehouses. Oh yeah, I don't think I have markets in here. How are we gonna solve that? I think I'm just gonna have to scupper one of the patricians. And then move this theater. it's still cut off. Maybe we could just not have this. Alright, there's everywhere from the tents. It's fine. Markets. Get 8. Get 8. No traders. No traders. Get 8. Get 8. No traders. And that's it for now. Over here we'll have to also not allow trade, because they are totally coming here. Oh no, I forgot why. It's happening again. This part is having massive issues, and this market isn't getting any food because it's too far away. Well, too bad for you. You just don't exist. And can't solve it, so I just remove them. We might figure them out later. For now, it's fine. Don't pay less wages. We have the fluctuations. It's always bad. Get a couple of equestrian statues where we can. Beef up desirability. Now it's open, right? Is it open? With cliff. It's cutting that off.
There's enough on it.
They'll want furniture. But that should be fine. These natives are kinda in the way. But we can make 2 timber yards and a couple of workshops. Make sure it's connected. You'll see how this develops. Hopefully not too well. That would be my guess. He wants a bunch of wheat. Okay, yeah, now we need more farms. Let's send it. No, favor is 99. No reason to waste any resources on Caesar right now. Set up a line and make a connection. Could be squiggles. Make sure it's roadblocked. Oh, why are you stuck?
There's no space for this lot anywhere in the city.
They are stuck.
There's no space for this lot.
There is space. Let's disable it. Enable it. No, there is no space for this lot anywhere in the city. It's bugged out, I think. Let's make another granary. Connect it. Roadblock it though. The bridge would be horrible connection place. Accept. Make sure there is a... oh, I see. I built a farm and it cut off the area. Well, now we can actually solve it pretty quick. Have it like that. Population milestone. Yields 50 timber. I'm not sure where I would why I would fit that. Library. Did I not build a library? No. They might not need academy, because we just cannot provide them with entertainment, so let's get a library instead. See what they want next. Weapons. Send him the wheat, but only when we really do need to send it. Desirability is gonna be an issue here. Squeeze in a couple of Lararia. Mediums. Probably not gonna help, is it? It's unlikely. These two. You could replace the library with a temple. And yeah, they are capped at small villa. Anyways, this thing. I'm just gonna do one market. It's gonna have to do. No, to this place. It's desirability, right? Yeah. What's our housing cap currently? Almost there. Complain about desirability. This warehouse actually doesn't need to be here. We have all the goods. So let's place this. Might actually help. Yeah. It's gonna reduce our overall capacity in the city, but it's gonna be good for our prosperity. It's 81. It's because all the suboptimal housing in the city. I'll have to make some mediums. Can actually fit a large one in here. Please evolve. Now it's furniture. That's in short supply. They will get it though, I think. It's just fluctuating at the end there. It's very tough to get their things. Now in here, is there a way to get more double statues? No. You could have a small one, but that's not gonna be too helpful, I don't think. No. What do we do? Replacing something might work. Tavern instead of the temple to Mercury. At least it's sort of out of the way now. Might help. It's still not enough though, I don't think. This is not gonna be close enough. He owns a whole bunch of stuff. Favor is not a problem. Such tight space constraints, I don't know. We might have to build up another patrician block, which I think we will be able to do that and still support it. I'm not even gonna tax anything here, it's just so that I can have the ratings. Let's build a ship's bridge. No, it's gonna have to be a low bridge. Fair enough. But we'll have to set up all this infrastructure again for these things. It's gonna be really annoying, and also it's not a very large space to fit things in. So I'd really prefer not to have to do that. But I think that it's gonna be pretty much impossible, yeah, and we also are running low on wheat in here. It's at a limit. I think it's the other patricians. We need it. Without it, we are probably not gonna have a chance. How many people can live in a villa, by the way? 40. So not that many. So you need like 8. Something. Can we make even the same sort of design here? I kinda doubt it, because this is even smaller of a place. But I could just do a line block for them, I guess. So be having some things like this. It's like 4. It's gonna be a corner, but we need to provide extra statues, otherwise it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be 6. Let's try to get 7, 8, and 9. Reservoir is gonna fit. Can actually be somewhere over here, that would be fine with fitting it. Let's make a line block. Yeah, this all needs to go like right here. One end is gonna be supply, the other one is gonna be for destination walkers. Let's fit in the housing. Need a barber as well. It's alright to have him there. We'll need some temples. Why? Because this map is cruel. You cannot have entertainment. You don't have arena, you don't have Colosseum, you don't have Hippodrome. You don't have marble for anything, so no Venus temple. That's why I'm not having a good time today. So I have to build something that's already crippled. No, there's no marble, I cannot build a single monument. As you can imagine, it does not synergize well with Augustus. Just all the detriments and none of the benefits, apart from the global labor pool, really. Okay. Set up 2 granaries. Actually, I want to set up this one further away. Mana is fine, but apart from that, we have just everything you build is not what you want to build. Is this a freaking place? I cannot see it. I'm gonna have to rotate the map for once in my lifetime. Okay, it's there. Decide to suffer today as always, understood. I guess it's a decision. I mean, I don't really have a choice, I don't think, but yeah. Let's call it decisions. Just so that there is some semblance of fairness. Library. Hospital. Hospital is hideous. I'd like to have it there. Let's get some markets. Bathhouse as well. Which we will happily build here. That is gonna be very nasty for them to live nearby. Off. I just deleted my statue there. It's very smart. Yeah, just have it there. It's fine. I'll actually squeeze in another one like this. So, you know, unlike some other people, I just cannot play regular maps because people do not enjoy that, and they'll say that, I don't know, just you have to play the broken maps. Not broken, this one works. It's just really tedious and everything's possible. That's not the deal. The deal is, as I said, anything you build is basically something that you would not want to build. Even this block is hideous. I couldn't really make it much better. I could have maybe made it slimmer, looking at it, but apart from that, it's really tough to get anything resembling functioning city on this map. Let's get a couple of warehouses. Might be tough to get wine and oil here, but we're gonna have to try. So no traders. You will get oil and wine. You will get pottery and furniture. And we will actually start importing oil, I think. So we can. I think we can. No, it's exportable. Well. Another oil workshop it is, or two. I could make a bridge, maybe. No. Maybe. There is a dream, but I think the dream is dead because you cannot connect this to anything. Can't connect it there of all places. Yeah, sure, build it. Let's make sure this does not exist. Just replace it here. Is it fine to have it there? No, it's not fine. Let's make a new timber yard, I guess. No, this is how many workshops we are gonna get. There's no way to get more, but at least it makes a shortcut for some of our goods, so it should be okay. Entertainment, which means I'm gonna have to give them gladiator school and not a lion tamer, actors colony. And a tavern, very important. Tavern goes there. Bear's angry. Yeah, some of the requests just timed out. I couldn't do them. He asked for too much, so let's just give him a gift. We didn't give him a gift in ages. And patricians. Now, population is fine. Prosperity gap is fine. Now we need to build culture spam. Let's expand here. Is this? Yeah, I'm gonna have to build it here. way too many academies. Theaters. And some libraries. Might be enough, might not. You'll see. Almost had it. And a devolution wave. It's because of furniture, no doubt. Yeah. It's gonna stabilize, I think. It's just really difficult to get it to stabilize right now. So this one, you're just gonna set it to accept. Culture is at 100, that's good. Neptune Blessing is gonna bring us extra money. Favor and Prosperity. Prosperity is rising, so we are almost done with the map. We used almost all of the islands, we didn't use the leftmost fertile island, and we didn't use the southern tip much. Some odd places here and there, but nothing really huge left, which is good. The map seems to be tested, it is definitely possible. Just really tedious with the very small patricians, there is no way you're getting profit out of them. But money is fine with the natives. That's the only thing that's really saving the economy on this one, I think. There is plenty of full trade, but the levy and wages are gonna rise like crazy. You also will pay a lot for all these small temples, since you cannot make other temples. But there is no military, so the levy isn't as big as on some other maps. Overall, I'd say it's good for practicing city building in uneven conditions, terrain-wise, but it's not really an enjoyable experience. You don't really get to build nice things. Which, I'm not mentioning, like, I don't usually favor maps that allow you to build branded blocks. But problem with that is I at least want to build something that's efficient. And in here, not even one of these blocks is something I would consider efficient. So, for example, this one is just a monstrosity of a line block, and there is no way to squeeze in a regular one. There's just no way, with no plaza especially. And the plaza contributes to the pain a lot, especially in here. It took way too much to stabilize this. I couldn't even fit enough granaries to feed people enough wheat. So some of them are devolving. 2 patrician blocks. Not often you see that, so at least that's something unique. Favor. How long? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna just wait. And fluctuating wages event is horrible. Either leave it as high wages or leave it as low wages. There is no reason to keep it fluctuating. Because if I wanted, I could just go and make even more money or micro it like crazy, like 21 denarii, really. So I could slash my wages in half. I don't think that map needs lowering wages. Lowering wages is something you should use only on maps that have prices for goods like 60, or just heavily custom edited maps with safe editing, where it actually makes sense to have only like 2 trade routes or something, very very low income. While in here you can actually only get 2 trade routes, but they are quite plentiful in terms of income, so no reason for that. Send him a gift. And we'll need another one, but we can do it next year, I think. We completed a milestone, actually. So 91 favor, okay. Let's set our salary to Caesar. Send him a gift and be promoted. Finally escape the Balearic Islands. Oh, not a bad map by any stretch, but as I said, it's not gonna scratch that itch to build something nice, which is a shame a little bit, I feel like. Alright, that's gonna be it for Caesar for today. We can, however, play some more Cyberpunk, I think. I still need to get some progress in there, so I'm gonna have to play that in a minute. So if you want to watch that, you can tune in. If not, I would blame you. Not everyone likes that. I'll probably refrain from saying my own opinion. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think we won't rate anyone actually, or too few. So anyways, thanks for watching and see you around. Bye.